You cannot really improve your English by watching movies. Trust me guys, this is all based on neuroscience. So stick with me till the end and you get a lot of information, okay? Let's get started. Before we talk about whether watching movies will improve your English or not, we are going to demonstrate something, okay? Now, remember these numbers, okay, which I'll be mentioning right now. The numbers are 8291, okay? Can you remember these numbers? 8291. I believe you can remember, right? Let's go a little deeper. It's 8291 2244 and then 53. I repeat one more time. 8291 2244 and then 53. I guess that's my phone number. It's okay. Can you remember these numbers? You know, if you put a little bit effort, you can really remember these numbers. Now let's go a little more deeper, okay? The numbers are 8291 2244 53 4666 4888 411. Can you remember these numbers which I have just mentioned? You know these numbers, but can you really remember these numbers? Hardly is, right? So, you know, this is how our mind works, okay? So in our mind, we have two different kind of systems. System 1 and then system 2. So, you know, the things that we don't really need are collected in the system 1 and then eventually they are taken away from your mind. Like 3 days earlier you had eaten something, okay? You sat for 5 to 20 minutes, you ate rava idli or whatever. You know, you spent a lot of time in eating that, but you cannot really remember what you had eaten 3 days earlier. You spent 20 minutes eating so many things, those were so delicious, but you still couldn't remember, right? Because your mind thought it was not necessary for you to remember. And on the other hand, you really remember the what we call the nearest your favorite movie, okay? You have watched that movie little longer back, but you can remember them right now. Okay, my favorite hero was this and that. You remember everything, right? So, you know, that's when, you know, the information that you can retain now is collected in the system 2. Okay, if you want to know more about system 1 and then system 2, of course, I mentioned in my paid package, but you know, you can read the book called Think Fast and Slow. You can get a lot of information about system 1 and then system 2. Then, so you know, the things that are collected in the system 1 will be taken away from your mind, and the things that are collected in the system 2 are in your mind till now. So how to store information in system 2 than system 1? It's just that, you know, you have to put effort to to store them in system 2. As simple as that. Now, when we watch movies, the same thing happens in your mind, just as, you know, you have remembered those numbers. So when you are watching movies, at least 50,000 to 1 lakh words are being spoken, right? When you are watching the movie. Of course, you know, you can get a lot of vocabularies in just one sentence, but as they are saying so many vocabularies on and on and on, you cannot really remember all those vocabularies on your mind. That will go into your system 1 and then eventually fades away. You know, if you challenge me, let me ask you one more question. How many vocabularies can you remember from the movie that you had watched last time? Maybe your favorite movie. Can you remember 7 to 10 vocabularies that you had watched? I don't think so you remember everything. So this is what happens, guys. You remember some dialogues or else you remember some, you know, important points, but you cannot really you cannot really retain the vocabularies that was mentioned in that movie. 1 lakh vocabularies was mentioned in that movie and you cannot really remember 10. Okay, so that was, you know, that was gone in your system 1 and then eventually fades away. Now, so when you are watching movie, the 1 lakh words are being spoken and that went into your system 1 and then that fades away. So guys, you know, please don't think, you know, watching movies will improve your English. You cannot really improve your English by watching movies. Trust me guys, but you can learn so many other things by watching movies. Let me tell you what are those. The first thing is style, the pronunciation, the pitch, pace, and the pauses. Okay, these are one of the most important things that you need to master to be able to speak fluently. Okay, you cannot really just mug up those vocabularies and think you are a fluent speaker. You cannot do that. You need to master these things as well: pitch, pace, pronunciation, pauses, and the style of speaking. So these things you can learn from these movies. Apart from that, you can also understand how they express their emotions in the movies. Okay, so you can learn the emotions in when you are watching movies. Apart from that, you cannot really improve your vocabularies. So if you want to learn vocabulary, take one vocabulary, spend 20 seconds at least, because that's when it will be stored in your system too, and you can remember them almost for your lifetime, at least for a longer time. In my paid package, there are 20-second rule. You can almost remember all the vocabularies that you had learned in the 20 seconds, and you can remember them for a longer time. The link is in my bio.